Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our spin into stillness. My name is Reverend Rob Banashak, and this is our spin into stillness. There we are. This is that time in the week that we make for ourselves to go a little deeper, to experience a conversation with our deep self, with the voice within, which I call divine me, the divine me, a term that I also read from author Ernest Holmes, the father of religious science, science of mind, the divine me, that divine being that exists in all of us, that is also uniquely who we are as well. So we do this with a couple of steps. We start by setting an intention. And this is so that we can give our energy over in a specific way. It enables us to make a statement, to determine what we want, what we're looking for, what we would like to have happen as a result of participating and engaging in this meditative experience. So it's just a way for us to collect our thoughts, basically, and to give them direction so that we know what we are doing, what we are saying, what we are trying to communicate when we get to that space deep within, when we are engaged in a conversation with the divine me. So this doesn't have to be complicated. It's just, why are you doing meditation? Why? What do you hope to have happen with you as a result of it? And, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. If you are writing it down, it is because, again, I think it's important to not only to shape your thoughts, but also to, you know, to be specific with them, to write them down, to give them uh, an emphasis, an exclamation point by actually writing them or speaking them. And if we were in person, I would have you do that on a little slip of paper, and then I would collect the paper and send, and then put the papers at the end of the meditation into a burning bowl, because that means that we are setting that intention out into the universe to uh, to become manifest, basically. But I also say each week that if you were keeping a meditation journal, then you can write it down in your journal so that you can track what you've said and what your expectations were, and then assess how that's working, and what you're doing. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pull out my journal and add that to my entry for the day so that I can start putting my money where my mouth is. And I will do that after we set the intention. So let's do that now. Let's write it down, set the intention, and know that I'm also going to write another slip of paper. I'm going to write two. One of them has the words everyone's intentions, because that can serve as a proxy, as if you were all bringing up your little slips of paper to me and tossing them into the flames yourself. But if I write the words everyone's intentions, then that will serve as the representative for all of us. I'm going to write mine. Write it in my journal because I said I would, so that I can look back. And I was just, thinking, oh, but when I see this journal first thing in the morning, guess what? I get to remind myself what I have elected to do for the week. Now I'm going to write the words everyone's intentions on the second slip of paper. As you can see right there. Again, if you are writing them down, hold them in the palm of your hand as you meditate and give them energy and send that energy this way to fill that little slip of paper that says everyone's intentions. And maybe you just want to mimic writing it on your hand, just so you're holding on to and nurturing that memory or that intention that you're setting for yourself. So that's done. Part two is drawing an oracle card on the Star Codes Astro deck. I love this deck. I will continue to love this deck. Uh, Brought a lot of synchronicity to me. And this is just so we get some additional insight, information that serves fulfilling that intention for tonight, for the week. So you may not believe in cards as a mystical oracle, but you can see them as a creative prompt. So like a flashcard almost. If you're going to see it come up, and that is, and then your job when you see it come up is to see how it relates to the intention that you've set and start allowing your mind to open up to what the card says, to what the card's artwork says, and to what the book says as I read a little more about the card. So I'm going to shuffle them. And as you know, if you've been here for a while, we sometimes get the same card we had maybe 2 weeks before this, or last month, or even last week. I like to remind everybody that that card is uniquely serving the intention that you've set this week. So it may be the same card, but it's serving the intention in a new way, asking you to think about what you've intended and how this card's information might work with that. Or quite simply, you or I need to see that message again and maybe again and again. So I do shuffle every week, and I do shuffle the cards for myself every week. So I can tell you that the cards get shuffled. So once they do, we'll draw the top card. Because if I draw the top card, then you can see that I'm not reaching into the deck with my own intuition. I'm just drawing the one on the top that we agree is the card for all of us. All right, I think we're ready. Card for this week is, well, this one we've had before many times. Card, this is one that is also Smiley, if you're watching, the card is Juno. Yet again, the message is partnership. So we just had this card, I think maybe 3 weeks ago. This is probably one of the cards we draw the most often. And I'm just going to say that. So how is this card uniquely addressing what your intention is? Or how do you need to be reminded of what this card is saying? Let's read about it again, which I love doing because I do actually love this card. Put that up for you to look at as I read. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. Juno, partnership. The asteroid Juno points out how you may have been trained to choose between love and work, and offers clues on how to balance them instead. This asteroid was named after the daughter of Saturn, wife of Jupiter, mother of Mars. She is queen, the organizer of society, and she rules the roost. Juno and Jupiter modeled an uneasy but equal partnership that took a lot of work and had great rewards. The action of this card in work and love, Juno wants you to trust that you can hold steady on your life's path and develop equal partnerships. So get in there and wrestle to make the relationship work. Research healthy relationship skills and study negotiation and mediation techniques. Practice respect, communication, love, and conflict resolution between the various facets of your own personality. Like Juno and Jupiter, strive to become two whole, empowered souls who can express their individual potential, work around each other's foibles, and find balance. Be responsible for your own connection to the creative source, spirit, and your emotions. Don't ask another to carry your heart for you, as it makes it hard to accept their unique path. Live out your ambition through your own work rather than through your mate, children, employees, or coworkers. If you do so, you can encourage others' growths and exploration along with your own, and so create the foundations of great relationships and a sense of community. If you don't, you can devolve into jealousy or create monsters. If you want to be in a partnership but are not, examine any belief or training that said you have to give up what matters to you in order to partner up. If it's your choice to work alone, accept it. If not, expand that view and invite fresh possibilities. The challenge of this card: if you live out your ambition through your mate or work partner instead of through your own efforts, the situation can devolve into jealousy, manipulation, or disempowering micromanaging. The gift of this card, true partnership, is a spiritual path. Its sacred acts are the practice of healthy relationship skills. These skills begin within. Partnership. So again, we've drawn this card several times. What is it telling you about your partnership or partnerships at work or at home? Let's begin to meditate. Let's relax. Let's go deep to have that conversation with our divine me, the divine me that lives in all of us, expressed uniquely through each of us. So again, we want to relax ourselves by focusing on our breath. As we inhale, think of the words I am breathing in and hold. And as we exhale, think of the words I am breathing out. Inhale, I am breathing in. Exhale, I am breathing out. One more deep breath that we do together. Inhale, I am breathing in. And exhale slowly, I am breathing out. And you can allow your eyes to flutter close as I bring up the card onto the screen by itself. As we continue our breathing, inhaling, I am breathing in. And exhaling slowly, I am breathing out. Continue your breathing at your own comfortable pace. Each time you inhale and exhale, imagine your body softening. Softening, starting at your feet. Almost like your body was made of chocolate or wax. And you feel a healing energy that heats your body and begins just to melt it just a little. It doesn't melt into mush, but it begins to soften and lose its form. And as it does, as your body loses its form, so is all of your discomfort and tension and stress just melting along with it. Breathing in and out, the body softening and relaxing. More and more relaxed. And as you are relaxed, you realize that your physical body has allowed your essence, for the time being, to be free. Free to roam the ether in a shapeless, formless way. We feel light. We feel free. We feel very, very safe. So safe, so comfortable. That we think of that word, partnership. Our mind, as this essence drifts almost in a dreamlike way to a partnership, a collaboration that we have with someone. The first one that comes to mind, or the most significant one that comes to mind, and as we think of that partnership, we add our thoughts of the intention that we set. How do they relate? How do they relate to one another? How does one speak to the other? The intention? The partnership? Any of the artwork of the partnership? The parrots, the beautiful flowers, the word Juno, or anything we've said as I read about this card. How does it fit with the intention that you've set this week? And as we put these two items in our mind's eye, the intention and the card, and as we pose the question, how do these two, or these elements, go together? We are suddenly aware, as this essence, that there are thoughts that are behind the thoughts we are thinking. And these thoughts space underneath those thoughts. We open ourselves to the voice that is communicating with us about those thoughts of our intention and the card. And in this space, we make space for what the voice of the divine me is saying to us, communicating with us, sharing with us about this intention we've set and the card that we've drawn. For the next few moments, that voice is going to speak directly with us. As I continue to play the drum, you may not understand everything that it is saying to you. You may have images or sounds or flashes of information that may not make sense now, but will as they unfold before you. So allow that divine me, the divine me that is in all of us, to speak with you now. Voice that has been speaking and sharing says its farewell and begins to fade behind your thoughts, always there, always with the wisdom that is the truth with a capital T. The divine me always has my back, even when I choose to not listen or not respond. But I believe in its unconditional shaping of me to be my highest good when I allow it to be. Just briefly open our minds further to other souls that may be joining us this evening from wherever they are or whenever they are. Even those who joined the recorded version are in this space with us whenever they've joined. For time is not linear in this space. The universe is eternal. We are eternal. So let us just greet those other souls with joy and hope and compassion. Let us pledge to one another that these beautiful moments that we share, that you've experienced for yourself, we will live them in our life beyond this meditation. This is a promise that we make to the universal consciousness that is all of us. And now, empowered with new information, new ways of looking at that information, different perspectives, let us allow that essence of ourselves to return to our physical body. And we start this by realizing that we in fact are breathing. We are inhaling deeply. The words "I am breathing in" have always been there. And we exhale, "I am breathing out." And as we become aware of the breath, we also become aware of the essence of ourselves just fitting back into that body, sliding back in. Filling and animating our body from our feet all the way up through our legs and our hips and our torso and our shoulders and arms. We feel the animation, we feel the electric impulses and our energy all the way up through our face and our cheeks and our eyes and our temples and our head and our crown, feeling the energy of our own refreshed animation. Feeling safe, feeling strong, feeling healthy. And we can take 3 breaths before we open our eyes, or 2 and then 1 to open. So inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale, and 1 more breath as we exhale and open our eyes to see each other again. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try to do that while we were meditating. Bring myself up for you. There we go. Hello. So, hope that you were able to have an honest and interesting and informative chat with the divine me that is in you and me and all of us, but expressed uniquely as you. What did it say about your intention? What did it say about the relationship that it has with the card, Juno partnership? And how are you going to put that into play as we leave this meditation tonight on this warm, breezy, clear summer evening? I'm grateful that you're here. We're going to seal the deal as we throw these into the flames, and I thank you for being here and staying. And we'll see who's here. 1 and 2. I light one, then I light the other. Allow them to go together. I think we'll do everyone's first. Tossing that other one in. And there they go, as you can see. This beautiful cauldron bowl is a gift from my friend Brenda, who I haven't seen in such a long time. Brenda, if you happen to be watching tonight, thank you for this. I use it every single week. I love it so much. And there you go. So Kathleen and Sue. Kathleen has signed off already. Sue, love you. Thank you. And let's see if anybody is anywhere else. I know you guys are watching because I see that you do. But sometimes I don't catch you on the Facebooks when you are there. I know, Smiley, oh, you did see it. I'm so glad you did. So I'm glad. It's crazy. Anyway, say hello, even if you're watching this on the recorded version, and you can. I appreciate the community that we create together. And also know that all of these meditations are available as recordings on YouTube. So check out my website at thespiritualspinster.com for the playlist there, and I'm also uploading these meditations a little bit at a time to my SoundCloud account, so please check us out there. All of these links are on my link tree, and I got to start remembering to put these in my notes, so we'll look for all of those things. You'll see my postings on Instagram, and I am so grateful for you, your support, your love, and your commitment to yourself to meditate each week. So have a beautiful summer's evening. When we next meet, it will be September. Time is flying. Lots going on. Please stay safe. Please be the love that you seek. And I will meet you back here for our next spin into stillness. Have a beautiful Labor Day weekend and a beautiful